Remedios, Varo, Anarchy and Surrealism.
Surrealism is the art of unreality in which proportions, ratios, and even physics bend to form an art based on the artist's mind. The difference between this and fantasy is that fantasy should make sense at the very least, while in surrealism, everything is just is. And suddenly, the viewer is forced to take time, interpret, and just think. Now, how could this influence each person looking at it, or perhaps even society as a whole? Because for one, it could take us to our worst nightmares and best dreams. We could paint a whole new reality without limits. It could make us ponder and wonder and wonder. And Remedios Varo, she just abuses it. You see, compared to other surrealists, religion was one of the greatest topics of her work. Her paintings often depicts a wide range of mystical creatures, myths, and arguably science. She was aware of the importance of biology, chemistry, physics, and botany, then blended them together with other aspects of life. Remedios Varo was one of the world-famous para-surrealist painters of the 20th century. She believed that the state was an unnecessary evil that opposed the conduct of human relations, always being critical of her childhood religion, Catholicism. Even though most surrealist movement tended to degrade women, Varo's art elevated women. It was not necessarily her intention for her work to address problems in gender inequality, but her art and actions challenged the traditional patriarchy, giving dance to the culture of men leading societies. And even Wolfgang Paalen, a famous male surrealist in her time, encouraged her in this, telling her his own theories about the origins of civilization in matriarchal cultures and analogies between pre-classic Europe and pre-Mayan Mexico.
Remedios Varo was born in 1908 in a small town called Angles in the province of Girona in Spain. Her father was an intellectual man who encouraged and mentored Remedios from her early age to develop her artistic career. He improved her abilities of technical drawing and also encouraged Remedios to become an independent thinker. He introduced Remedios to science and fiction by buying her adventure in science books. Meanwhile, her mother was a devout Catholic and was very determined in taking her daughter to a convent school. But through the irony of it all, that was exactly the path that gave Remedios a critical opinion against religion, opposing its very ideology. And also, since her father encouraged Remedios' early philosophical thinking, Remedios ended up embracing universalist and liberal ideals. Through surrealism, she made a mark on not only how art could be, but what art should have been. Art shouldn't existed only for the sake of art, because otherwise, what's the point? Surrealism is more than creative drawings and non-conventional paintings. It could also send a message.